Alright, let's talk about underbase. What is an underbase? It's just like it sounds. It's when you're laying ink down and then you're going to print another color on top of it. Usually you use it for like a white ink on top of a dark garment. So say for instance you want like a bright red or a bright, in this case we're going to use a bright purple. You can't just print the purple on top of the black garment because you're going to lose the color. So what you do is you do what's called an underbase print. You print it down with ink and then you print on top of that. But there's a little catch. Whatever part of your image that you're going to be using for the underbase, you're going to want to choke the pixels down at least 4 pixels to 8 pixels to make sure when you put the other color on top of it that for this situation here, you don't want the white peeking through. So that's why you choke the pixels down, so that way when you print on top of it, the white will not be showing through. Let's go ahead and I'll show you how this works here. Okay, so this particular thing, we're going to do a flash hit for the design. Okay, it works the best that I've found. Okay, give a few seconds to flash. You want to make sure it flashes all the way through. Another thing that may be an issue too is if you don't let it flash all the way through and then you go to print the other color on top of it, it'll start blending in with your white. So you want to make sure that it's at least dried enough so that way when you lay the other color on top, it doesn't bleed through. Also, you want to make sure it cools enough, because if it's super hot when you just get done flashing it, you're going to have problems too. Now, one thing that you want to do, like with all your prints, you want to make sure it's that you clear your mesh, okay, especially where the image is. If you don't clear, especially where you want to print the other color, if you don't, you'll have ridges of like white showing through or whatever you're using for your underbase. Very key and important. So we're going to go ahead and flash that, let it flash so that way it's flashed enough where it's dry and not super tacky to the touch. And you're going to want to let that garment cool just a little bit, because you'll have issues with the ink if you try to mix it when it's too hot. Okay, so I want to make sure that it's okay. It feels good. Still a little warm, so we're going to let it relax. Okay, the white that I'm using is Lava Perfect White. I find that there's hardly no dye migration that comes through it. I'll be leaving a link in the description below for some inks that will help you with that, because I know when you're first starting out, white is a very difficult ink to mess with. Is a very difficult. It's difficult to find the correct white that's creamy enough and not so thick. Okay, so this one works pretty decent. All right, so we're pretty cool to the touch. So we're going to put this down, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see it really well on camera, but the image is registered perfect. So I can see a little bit of outline of the black garment, which is fine, because that's what you want. That's what you want. You don't want to be printing on something that the white is peeking through. Okay. All right. So there we go. Go ahead and lift it up. Okay, and as you can see, perfect coverage. The image looks great. It's bright purple. You just need to make sure, a couple takeaways from it. You want to make sure that everything's lined up perfectly. Take your time. Sometimes you got to line it up. Try it, do a few test prints. But with enough patience and stuff, and you get it lined up, you'll have results like this. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe to see future videos like this. And if you'd like to see me setting up the artwork and choking the pixels down for the underbase, just kind of let me know in the comments below, and be more than happy to show you how to do that. I'll be more than happy to do a video on that, so that way you can see how to do that. Anyways, thanks for watching this video, and take care. Until next time, we'll see you later.